My husband and I renewed our vows on our 50th anniversary.
Dolly Parton has put a lot of things on the back burner for her career, including starting a family. But the country music legend is reportedly taking a step back from music to prioritize her ailing husband, as she wants to help care for him in the wake of his failing health. As we explore their journey together, we discover a story of love, sacrifice, and the resilience of a couple facing life's trials away from the spotlight. Come along as we delve into Dolly Parton is saying goodbye after her husband's tragic diagnosis. Dolly's husband was reportedly diagnosed with Alzheimer's. Dolly's husband, Carl Dean, aged 81, has been diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, and sadly, his condition is deteriorating. Alzheimer's disease is a progressive neurodegenerative disorder characterized by cognitive decline, memory loss, and changes in behavior, ultimately leading to a loss of ability to perform daily activities. Despite Dolly's busy schedule, juggling her successful career as a musician, actress, and businesswoman, she is reportedly gearing up to temporarily step away from the limelight to prioritize her husband's care. Not only does she want to ensure that he receives the best possible care, but she also wants to cherish every moment they have together before his condition worsens. A source shared with National Enquirer, Dolly has long been a fixture on the touring circuit, but as her husband's health takes precedence, she has chosen to take a step back from the stage to focus on what matters most: family. She wants to make sure they enjoy every last minute they have together. Dolly and Carl's relationship spans nearly 6 decades, as they tied the knot in 1966 when Dolly was just 20 years old, and Carl was 23. Throughout her remarkable career, Dolly has often credited Carl for being her rock and unwavering support, particularly during the early years of her Hollywood journey. Despite their decision to not have children of their own, their bond has remained strong, with Carl standing by Dolly's side through every triumph and challenge. Dolly prioritized her career over having children. Dolly Parton recently shared insights into her decision not to have children in a new interview with Saga magazine. The iconic Rockin' Years singer, who has been married to her husband, businessman Carl Dean, since 1966, revealed that she never felt a strong desire to become a mother and hasn't missed it like she initially thought she would. When you're a young couple, you think you're going to have kids, but it just wasn't one of those burning things for me, Parton, now 78, explained. I had my career and my music, and I was traveling. The 11-time Grammy winner elaborated on how she believes her career may not have flourished to the same extent if she had chosen to have children. If I'd had kids, I'd have stayed home with them, I'm sure, and worried myself to death about them, Parton mused. With everything that's going on, I'd hate to be bringing a child into this world right now. Parton's reflections offer a glimpse into her thoughtful consideration of balancing personal aspirations with the demands of motherhood. Despite societal expectations, she remained steadfast in prioritizing her career and music, ultimately carving out a legendary legacy in the entertainment industry. In another candid conversation, this time with Mojo magazine, Dolly Parton reiterated her feelings about not having children, expressing a sense of relief. "I'm almost glad I never had children," she confessed. "I worry myself to death about my little nieces and nephews and grandnieces and grandnephews." While Dolly may not have her own children, she holds a special role in the life of singer Miley Cyrus as her godmother, a fact that's widely known. The bond between Dolly and Miley goes back to when Miley's father, Billy Ray Cyrus, was touring and promoting his 1992 hit single, Achy Breaky Heart. "We just got to be good friends because he's a Kentucky boy. I'm from Tennessee," Dolly recounted during an interview on SiriusXM's The Howard Stern Show. "And he said, 'We're having a girl and you've got to be her godmother.' And I said, 'Well, I'd be honored.' So actually, Miley and I took over from there, and we've just stayed very, very close through the years." In November 2020, Dolly shared candid insights with Oprah Winfrey, shedding light on the sacrifices she made for her illustrious career, including her deliberate choice to forego having children. She expressed her belief that balancing the demands of motherhood with her career ambitions would have been challenging, fearing she wouldn't be able to devote the necessary attention to both aspects of her life. "Since I had no kids, and my husband was pretty independent, I had freedom," she elaborated. "So I think a big part of my whole success is the fact that I was free to work." During the same year, Dolly addressed a persistent fan theory regarding her husband, Carl Dean, which speculated about his existence due to his infrequent public appearances. Contrary to the conjecture, Dolly clarified that Carl indeed exists, but has intentionally maintained a low profile, preferring to keep his life private. Despite being married to one of the world's most recognizable stars, Carl values his privacy and supports Dolly's career from behind the scenes. "A lot of people have thought that through the years because he does not want to be in the spotlight at all," Dolly explained to Entertainment Tonight. "It's just not who he is. He's like a quiet, reserved person, and he figured if he ever got out there in that, he'd never get a minute's peace, and he's right about that." As reports surface about Dolly potentially scaling back her career to focus on caring for her husband following his Alzheimer's diagnosis, Dolly has yet to comment on these speculations. Dolly Parton and husband Carl Dean's love story has been unfolding for nearly 60 years. Dolly Parton's journey to stardom began soon after her high school graduation in Sevierville, Tennessee. At just 18 years old, she packed her bags and headed for Nashville, roughly 200 miles away, chasing the allure of city lights and music dreams. Born as the fourth of 12 siblings, Dolly had already tasted a hint of success at the age of 13 when a small record label in Louisiana produced her first single, Puppy Love. While that initial record didn't propel her to stardom, it served as a spark, igniting Dolly's unwavering determination to become a star. With her platinum blonde locks and boundless ambition, Dolly never entertained the thought of pursuing anything other than a career in music. She was resolute, having no backup plan in mind, a testament to her iconic perseverance. On her very first day in Music City, Dolly found herself at the wishy-washy laundromat, attending to her laundry chores. It was there that fate intervened in the form of Carl Dean, then 21 years old, who happened to drive by in his white Chevy pickup truck. Ever the charmer, he jokingly warned Dolly about the risk of getting a sunburn in her revealing outfit. Their encounter didn't end there. Carl struck up a conversation as Dolly retreated indoors to fold her clothes, setting the stage for a fateful connection that would change both their lives forever. Carl's sentiments about their first encounter paint a picture of love at first sight. "My first thought was, I'm gonna marry that girl," he reminisced on their 50th wedding anniversary in 2016. "My second thought was, Lord, she's good-looking." And that was the day my life began. I wouldn't trade the last 50 years for anything on this earth. Dolly, too, was struck by Carl's genuine interest in her during their initial conversation. She recalled feeling surprised and delighted that this tall, handsome man took the time to engage with her face-to-face, a rarity in her experience. "He seemed to be genuinely interested in finding out who I was and what I was about," she fondly recounted. Their budding romance coincided with a pivotal moment in Dolly's career. Shortly after they started dating, Dolly signed with Monument Records, marking the beginning of her meteoric rise to fame. However, their journey to happily ever after hit a speed bump when they got engaged. Dolly's label, recognizing her potential and the investment they had made in her career, requested that she postpone the wedding for a year. This decision was met with disappointment, especially from Carl's mother, who had been eagerly anticipating a grand wedding celebration after her only daughter had eloped. Reflecting on this difficult choice, Dolly shared, "Everyone at my label had invested money in me and in building my career, so they asked me if I'd wait a year to get married. And I didn't want to not do what I was supposed to do." Carl's mother was just heartbroken. They got secretly married 2 years later. 2 years after their fateful meeting, Dolly, at 20, and Carl, at 23, decided to take the plunge and exchange vows. Their wedding took place in a clandestine ceremony on Memorial Day 1966 in Ringgold, Georgia, approximately 150 miles southeast of Nashville. The couple opted for a destination wedding to avoid the attention of Tennessee newspapers, ensuring their nuptials remained private and away from the public eye. The intimate ceremony was attended by only a handful of individuals, including Dolly's mother, Avie Lee, and the preacher and his wife, who served as witnesses. Dolly reminisced about the occasion, recalling how her mother lovingly crafted her a little white dress and bouquet for the special day. However, Dolly expressed her desire to have a more meaningful setting than a courthouse for their wedding. "My mother made me a little white dress and a little bouquet," Dolly shared with CMT. "But I said, I can't get married in a courthouse because I'll never feel married. So we found a little Baptist church in town and went up to Pastor Don Duval and said, 'Would you marry us?' We got pictures on the steps right outside the church." This personal touch added sentimental value to their union, creating cherished memories that would last a lifetime. Carl has always let Dolly have the spotlight. Even as Dolly's star began to rise, it became evident that her husband, Carl, harbored little interest in the glitz and glamour of the entertainment industry. An incident during an industry event in 1966 perfectly encapsulated Carl's perspective. After accompanying Dolly on the red carpet, Carl made his feelings known on the drive home. "Dolly, I want you to have everything you want, and I'm happy for you. But don't you ever ask me to go to another one of them dang things again," he declared, expressing his reluctance to partake in such events. Dolly's breakthrough came the following year with the release of her first full-length album, Hello, I'm Dolly. Simultaneously, she joined the cast of the nationally syndicated Porter Wagner Show in 1967, marking a significant milestone in her career. For the next 7 years, Dolly's magnetic performances on the show captivated audiences, drawing an impressive viewership of 45 million people each week. This period not only solidified her status as a rising star, but also showcased her immense talent and charisma to a vast audience nationwide. In the span of their 58-year marriage, Carl Dean's steadfast commitment to maintaining a low public profile has been a defining characteristic. Despite his infrequent appearances alongside his wife, Dolly Parton, in public settings, Dolly herself has repeatedly emphasized his unwavering support and steadfast admiration for her endeavors. She fondly regards him as her biggest fan, a sentiment echoed even at the premiere of her Netflix series in 2019. Dolly's assertion that Carl remains a steadfast supporter behind the scenes underscores the profound bond they share. She attests to his reluctance to be thrust into the limelight, preferring to offer his support from the sidelines. Dolly elucidates that Carl's preference for privacy stems from his inherent inclination towards solitude, as she aptly describes him as kind of a loner. This introspective nature manifests in his preference for the tranquility of their farm, where he diligently tends to the property, fostering an environment conducive to meaningful discussions with Dolly. Their relationship thrives on a foundation of mutual respect and independence, with both partners valuing their individual pursuits while nurturing their connection. Dolly acknowledges that their ability to maintain separate interests contributes to the longevity of their union. Despite the demands of Dolly's high-profile career, Carl's unwavering support and preference for a quiet life underscore the resilience of their bond. But Dolly still struggled with self-doubt. Despite her unwavering bond with Carl, Dolly's fiercely independent spirit doesn't shield her from moments of insecurity. One such instance famously inspired her to pen the hit single, Jolene. It all began when a red-headed bank teller caught Carl's eye, sparking a playful rivalry between Dolly and the woman in question. Reflecting on the situation, Dolly shared with NPR, "She got this terrible crush on my husband. This light-hearted banter evolved into a running joke between the couple, with Dolly quipping about the bank visits, jesting, "Hell, you're spending a lot of time at the bank. I don't believe we've got that kind of money." Dolly's candid admission of feeling inadequate compared to the tall, leggy bank employee underscores her vulnerability. She humorously noted the physical attributes that set the other woman apart, contrasting them with her own petite stature. Yet, despite these insecurities, Dolly's wit and resilience shine through, revealing her ability to find humor in life's quirks. Even with her flirtatious nature, Dolly has steadfastly maintained that no man could ever replace Carl in her heart. While she acknowledges her penchant for playful teasing, she remains fiercely devoted to her husband. Though she once acknowledged experiencing an affair of the heart, Dolly credits her faith for guiding her through challenging times, demonstrating her unwavering commitment to her marriage and personal values. Today, the couple still enjoys a simple life together. Despite not having children of their own, Dolly and Carl have found fulfillment in nurturing relationships with Dolly's extended family, including her younger siblings and nieces and nephews. Initially, Dolly admits to experiencing regret over not having children, but as they've aged, both she and Carl have come to appreciate the freedom and flexibility that decision afforded them. Now that Carl and I are older, we often say, "Aren't you glad we didn't have kids?" "Now we don't have kids to worry about," Dolly shared with Billboard, highlighting a sense of contentment in their current circumstances. Nevertheless, their commitment to family remains unwavering. Dolly and Carl actively support her extensive family network and have dedicated themselves to philanthropic efforts aimed at helping children through her charity work. Even as Dolly continues her music career and charitable endeavors, she finds solace in spending quality time with her husband. Carl, having retired from the asphalt paving business, enjoys simple pleasures and leisurely activities with Dolly. One of their favorite pastimes involves hitting the open road in their RV, relishing the opportunity to escape the hustle and bustle of everyday life. Their down-to-earth approach to leisure extends to their date nights, where they've been spotted making unconventional stops at the Taco Bell drive-thru in their camper. "I love to read. I love to cook. I love to be with my husband. I put on my little comfy clothes. I call them my baby clothes, and we just relax," Dolly affectionately shared, painting a picture of the cozy moments they cherish together. What Dolly cherishes most about her husband, whom she fondly refers to as her complete opposite, is their deep-seated love and mutual respect, coupled with a shared sense of humor. "We have a lot of love and respect for each other, and I think the key to all of it. We both have a crazy, warped sense of humor, so we have a lot of fun," Dolly revealed, underscoring the importance of laughter in their relationship. To commemorate their 50th wedding anniversary, Dolly convinced Carl to indulge in a grand celebration in Nashville, a rare departure from their usual low-key demeanor. Despite Carl's initial reluctance, he eventually agreed, particularly because they planned to sell photo rights to raise money for charity. Dolly, adorned in a stunning gown crafted by her longtime costume designer, Steve Summers, embraced the occasion with gusto. Following the festivities, the couple embarked on their second honeymoon, opting for the serene tranquility of Ringgold, Georgia, where they enjoyed the simple pleasures of life in their camper by the lake. Reflecting on their enduring union in 2016, Dolly expressed her unwavering commitment to her husband, emphasizing her willingness to embark on another 50 years together. "If I had it to do all over, I'd do it all over again, and we did," she quipped, playfully asserting her determination to drag Carl, kicking and screaming into the next 50 years. Dolly's rumored romances and unwavering commitment to Carl. Throughout her remarkable career, Dolly Parton has found herself at the center of endless speculation and gossip, particularly when it comes to her personal life. Among the swirling rumors are whispers of romantic entanglements with various figures in the music industry, with much attention focused on her longtime friend and collaborator Kenny Rogers. Despite their undeniable chemistry on stage and their close friendship, both Dolly and Kenny have consistently affirmed that their relationship is purely platonic, built on mutual respect and admiration. Navigating through these rumors with her signature wit and grace, Dolly has never allowed them to overshadow her marriage. She has openly addressed her friendships with men like Rogers, clarifying that while she enjoys playful banter, it never compromises her commitment to Carl. Her ability to maintain strong bonds outside her marriage while upholding the sanctity of her vows speaks volumes about the trust and understanding within her relationship with Carl. In one interview, Dolly candidly remarked, "I've had crushes on some very unusual men, but Carl knows I'll always come home, and I'm not having intimate relationships with these people. I'm simply enjoying the fun of flirting." Despite the persistent tabloid fodder surrounding flirtations and alleged affairs, those who truly understand Dolly's unwavering dedication to Carl recognize these rumors as baseless speculations. In reality, they are nothing more than sensationalized stories that fail to grasp the depth of Dolly's bond with her husband. Dolly Parton. Beyond the music. Behind the glittering facade and the captivating voice lies Dolly Parton, a woman of remarkable depth, compassion, and business acumen. Dolly's philanthropic endeavors have left an indelible mark on countless lives worldwide. One of her most notable initiatives, the Imagination Library, was launched in 1995 with the aim of nurturing a love for reading among children from infancy to school age, regardless of their family's financial status. Over the years, the program has generously donated more than 100 million books to children across the United States, United Kingdom, Canada, Australia, and Ireland, underscoring Dolly's unwavering dedication to literacy and education. Her commitment to philanthropy extends beyond the realm of education to healthcare, with substantial contributions made to the Vanderbilt University Medical Center. Notably, Dolly's donation played a pivotal role in funding research that contributed to the development of the Moderna COVID-19 vaccine, highlighting her significant impact on global health initiatives. Moreover, Dolly's astute business acumen is evident in her entertainment empire, epitomized by the renowned Dollywood Company. Situated in Pigeon Forge, Tennessee, Dollywood is a theme park that celebrates Appalachian culture and stands as one of the premier tourist destinations in the United States. Alongside Dollywood, her ventures include a water park, dinner theaters, and a resort, collectively providing thousands of jobs and contributing significantly to the local economy. Dolly's influence transcends her entertainment empire, extending into advocacy where she passionately champions various causes, including women's rights, LGBTQ+ rights, and environmental conservation. Her advocacy underscores the profound belief in the power of education and literacy to empower individuals and communities. Now, we invite you to share your thoughts. Were you aware of Carl's illness? Are you surprised by the endurance of their unconventional relationship over time? Share your thoughts in the comments section below to let us know. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.